Hey, everybody. I am so excited to share with you our experience and some of what you can expect to see if you book a cruise on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. So here's the ship. She cruises out of Miami, Florida. Just an absolutely beautiful new ship and very different from what you kind of expect to have on a traditional cruise. Here she is at night, absolutely gorgeous, the iconic Virgin sign that everybody likes to get a picture and do Instagram with. There are six main restaurants on the ship. The first place we went to was Extra Virgin, which is their Italian place. Oh, they're amazing, amazing food, absolutely beautiful. And these are the charcuterie boards that they make. They're absolutely fabulous. Their pasta is amazing. I can't have it because I'm gluten free, but my husband got the potato gnocchi. It was so good. And if you are gluten free, you can still eat at Extra Virgin because they do have New York steak strip and other options for you. The desserts were just amazing. I got a whipped ricotta apple and candied pine nuts, which was gluten free. And that's the one up in the left top corner there. My husband got something called bomboloni, which is like pretty much like a donut and just amazing. And then there's some limoncello sorbet there. The next night we went to the Wake, and that's steak and seafood. They serve lunch and dinner. I got filet mignon with baked garlic. That is the clam chowder. It came out in a bowl with just little bits and pieces of clams and different things in it. And we thought, that's the clam chowder. And then he pulled out the sauce of chowder that goes over. It was really beautiful to see. Here's the interesting thing. You can wear whatever you want on this cruise line. There is no dress code. So you can go into the restaurant. The Wake is a little bit fancier. At least it felt that way to me. You can go in fancy, or you can go in your shorts and t-shirts, which we saw lots of people wearing those as well. This is just how they serve their bread, which is amazing. And then for our desserts, we got a baked Alaska, which is that little one down on the bottom right, and an apple tatin. I think that's how you say it. The next one is Razzle Dazzle. Now, this one we did not actually get to go to. Our cruise was only 5 days, and we chose to skip this one because it's a vegetarian restaurant. My husband doesn't like vegetables, so we opted not to go there. They do serve what they call naughty food, and those are meats and things like that for people who don't like vegetables. Next is the Test Kitchen. And that's an experimental restaurant. They have 6 ingredients on their menu, and they make meals out of all 6 of those. So one of the first ingredient was mushrooms, and they made this mushroom pate and shaped it into a mushroom. So you're getting mushrooms in a mushroom shape, but not in an actual mushroom shape. And it actually was very, very tasty. They did an egg yolk that was smoked, and they brought it out in this really cool glass covered thing where you could see the smoke inside of it. That was very tasty. Then there was scallop chowder. And then you could choose from beef or lamb. And then there was a side of potatoes. It was 80-layer potato. Can't see the layers in the picture, but it was really interesting. Now, for the cheese one, they served a blue cheese mousse that had walnuts in it. I'm allergic to walnuts, so they brought me out an orange sorbet, which was amazing. And this was the serving to clear your palate for when your dessert came. And the dessert was a chocolate mousse cake of some sort. And my husband said it was very, very tasty. That dinner took us about 2 hours to get through. It's really, really neat. And it's something that I would recommend to all my clients to go one night. The next restaurant is called Pink Agave, and it's their Mexican food place. They have the largest tequila selection, and it is huge, and it's right there inside of the restaurant. So you can go check out all the different types of tequilas that they have. We ordered chicken enchiladas, braised beef short ribs. And they also have the most amazing guacamole. I love guacamole, and it had pomegranate seeds in it. There was a grilled corn with spicy aioli and lime. And then for dessert, Paul got the Mexican chocolate taco wrap things. I got a chocolate enchilada that was gluten-free, but it wasn't my favorite, so I didn't include a picture. Gunbay is their Korean barbecue, and it's really, really neat. Menu is huge, and so it's really difficult to go through, and it's not in English either. So it's really kind of difficult to figure out what it is that you want. And they told us we're going to do family style, where they bring out something of everything that's on the menu and everybody shares it. And then they cook it for you right there. There was assorted mushrooms and vegetables, different types of mushrooms, short ribs, pork belly, shrimp, marinated short ribs, octopus, squid, everything you could think of, and noodles and gluten-free noodles. And then they had mini mochi, which looks like marshmallows. Oh, those were so good. And some different desserts that they brought out to me from the main galley kitchen that was gluten-free, because they didn't have any gluten-free dessert in the restaurant. So that was really kind of them. And then they had a Siki and black sesame twist soft serve. My husband said that was the best ice cream he had out on the entire ship the whole time we were there. You've got to try that too if you go. So now we're just going to go around the ship a little bit. It's a really interesting ship, really lovely. This is the famous Lick Me Till ice cream, homemade soft serve ice cream that they have on the ship. There's 5 different flavors. The one that I'm holding there is green apple, kiwi, and avocado. And I heard the avocado part and I thought, ooh, that's a little weird, but it was actually really good tasting. These are just some different places around on the ship that you can relax and enjoy. This one up in the left top corner is the Manor Hallway. It's all glass with sparkly lights. You look down and it's just black. You look like you're floating on air. It is a spectacular place to get some fun pictures. And it's the first time you walk in, it's kind of freaky because you can't see the floor beneath you. So you feel like you're not walking on anything. We also found a secret room and we found their skeletons in the closet. We made lots of jokes about that. That was kind of fun. And then here's some octopus tentacles that they had up around the ship. One of the fun places to go is called the Groupie, and that is private karaoke. They've got 3 or 4 rooms that you can do private karaoke. And so if you're not brave, like I'm not brave, to get up and do karaoke in front of a whole bunch of people, you can just go into a private room and have your own karaoke session, which is a lot of fun. On the ship, they've got foosball and video games and air hockey. And I forget what that first one is called, but it's a lot of fun to play. They have an adults fun area. And if you were a kid of the 80s and played video games, they have all the 80s video games. So I had a lot of fun playing Centipede and Defender and Pac-Man, and they're all free. It's all included. This is the net that I'm sitting on. It's on deck 17. And well, it took a lot of coaxing. Well, no, it didn't take a lot of coaxing. Here's what really happened. The first day we were there, my husband tried to get me on it. It's a net that's over on deck 16, hangs over, and you can see down into the ocean below you. And I don't like heights, so I didn't want to get it. We were up there one of the nights, 3 or 4 nights in, and he's like, come on, come on. And it just made me so irritated that I was like, fine, I'll prove to you that I can do it. I got on there. It was scary. We made a video and called it good. So, and then this is just their relaxing pool area, one of the pools that's on the ship. My favorite thing that we did, and we just laughed and giggled, they have a regular teeter-totter or seesaw just over from where we're at. But this one is on one of those springs, like the kind that you see at little kids' parks where there's like a little horse or a duck on a spring. Well, this teeter-totter was a 4-way teeter-totter that had a spring on it. We just giggled. We had so much fun on that. And then Paul took a nap on the little swing there. There's some really cool places. They have a tattoo parlor that you can go to called Squid Ink. And I got a tattoo, the old school kind when we were kids, where you put it on your arm, got it wet and it stuck and you just felt really cool because you had a tattoo. Stubble and Groom, which is for men to get haircuts and have a nice shave. A dry dock is for women for their hair and nails. And then lots and lots of shopping options as well. Next is the cabin. Now, the cabins are super duper cool. This is the way that the cabin is set up at nighttime. Everything in the cabin is controlled by a tablet. We didn't know that. So when we got in, we tried to close the curtains and they were really hard to close. We got them closed, but they were really difficult to close. And then we discovered that to control the curtains even is on the tablet. And in order to be able to use the tablet, you actually have to watch a video for the safety of the cruise. And my poor brain is blanking right now. So anyway, a few weeks before your cruise is here, you'll get sent what's called a C-band. And that is your room key your payment for anything, drinks, purchases, spa, all of that, you use your C-band. And as you can see down here in the bottom right, you use the C-band to open your door. So that's what we're doing. And if it doesn't come to you, if your C-band doesn't come to you before the cruise, you just pick it up at the port. Super duper easy. Now, here's what the daytime room looks like. So you can have your room stay as your full bed the entire time you're on the cruise, or you can ask your room steward to set it up for daytime use. It actually gives a lot of space. We set this up just one day because we wanted to see what it looked like and get pictures. This is just the rest of the room. It's got a safe in it, of course. This is the one thing that I will say. The bathroom is a little on the small side, but they provide you everything that you need. Shampoo, conditioner, body lotion, or body wash. It's all there. It's great. And I love the rain shower. But here is the cream of the crop. Here is what everybody loves about Virgin cabins. If you have a balcony cabin, you have a hammock on your balcony that you can relax in. So awesome to be able to relax in that hammock. That was my favorite place to be when I wasn't out exploring the ship or sleeping at night or eating at the restaurants. Now, there is the galley, and this is their twist on the buffet area of most cruise lines. This is where you can go to, you can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's lots of gluten-free options. They have all these different sections. So they've got like diner and dash that's all day breakfast. You can get that in the middle of the night if you want. The burger bar has breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have a French toast burger. We didn't order that because we didn't ever get up in time for breakfast. Well bread, they make fresh bread all day long. So yummy. And pastries in the morning. There's grounds too, which is specialty coffee that costs you extra. They've got noodle around, which is breakfast and lunch. Let's talk about it. Breakfast and lunch. So there's lots of different options. Now, the interesting thing is, it seems like you should be able to go up and order what you want. Everything is cooked to serve. So it seems like you should go up, be able to order what you want, and then they give it to you and you take it with you. That's not how it works. You actually go in, you sit down, a server comes and takes your order, they put the order in, they pick it up, and then they bring it to you. There's a couple places like Well Bread, you can actually go up and get your breads from there. There's a salad bar, you can go up and get your salads from there, but they serve all of it to you. Here's just a few things. They have this little sections of grab and goes. So they've got salads and veggie trays and sandwiches. So a few times I took a grab and go package and put it in my refrigerator in my cabin so that if I was hungry later in the day and there wasn't something available or I needed a little snack, I had that. Here's the burgers and fries. They have a place called Bento Baby that is available for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's a spicy tuna roll with wasabi, pickled ginger, and a seaweed salad. And then, oh my goodness, the pizza place. Amazing pizza. We had no idea there was where it was at. It was kind of tucked away in a section of the ship, and it was hopping every time we went by, but the pizza smelled amazing. That is a gluten-free chicken pesto pizza, and I would eat that all day long if they didn't have other good foods on the ship. So, and then this is just some tacos from the Talk About It. Entertainment. Amazing entertainment, and extremely different than what you experience on other cruise lines. This is dual reality, and it's a modern take on Romeo and Juliet. Now, the really cool thing is the stage is actually in the middle. So when you came into the show, they gave you a band to put on your wrist of either red or blue. And depending on what color you got, that was the side that you went and sat on. It was just really spectacular. Then they have a few other shows that we didn't get to see. There was some technical difficulties, and being brand new, you kind of expect that to happen. The tech that they use for the shows is really, really fascinating. Then they also just do little shows around the ship. That middle one on the top, that's Music in the Dock House, which is a venue. There's a restaurant and a bar, and they've got some pretty good food there. There was karaoke night. That's the top right. And they bring out this great big, huge moon ball, blow up ball, and put it out on the net, and then you can do karaoke under the stars, which is kind of cool. And then the bottom one, that's the main pool area, and they were setting that up for Scarlet Night. Scarlet Night is very, very interesting, to say the least. It starts on one section in the main area of the cruise ship, and everybody's wearing red, and all of the crew is there, and all the entertainment crew and that kind of stuff. And then you follow them around and you go through different venues, and it was a little crowded for me and a little loud, and so I didn't go through all of that. But then it ends at the main pool, and that is a spectacular show to see. On the ship, health and wellness is really, really important to them, and they've got lots of different places that you can experience that. They've got spin classes, there's treadmills, every kind of workout equipment that you can think of. Pretty much they've got kickboxing classes, they've got boxing classes, just you name it, you can find it. They also have, and I didn't get a picture of this because the class was filled before I could get signed up for it, but they have a bungee aerobics class. Fascinating. Anyway, then you can go to get some manis and petties on the ship while you're looking out at the ocean, or you can go to the thermal spa. You can spend $39 for 3 hours in the thermal spa, and you can go in the hot and cold pool. You can use the mud room. You can use just everything that's in there. And that is a fantastic deal. I would highly recommend doing that. They have an 80s aerobics class, and that was a lot of fun to go to. And then they've got their spa. It's really lovely. The next thing we're going to look at is the Bimini Beach Club, which is their private club that they have. They always make that stop in the Caribbean. This is just a really beautiful area. They've got hammocks to lay on. The beach is right there. There's umbrellas, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. The food is included, so you don't have to pay extra for the food. If you've purchased a bar tab, you get your alcohol taken out of your bar tab. The soda's free, so if you need soda or whatever, it's just absolutely beautiful. This is where we actually did our excursion from. We did jet skiing around the Bahamas. It was amazing. I would do it again in a heartbeat. They do a bonfire in the evening, which really, you don't want to miss it. The bonfire is really, really cool. And then you get back to the ship. This is just one of our excursions that we did when we were in Cozumel, and it was a lot of fun. So that's what you can expect. There's so much more that I didn't include in this. Some of it because I just didn't get to see it or get to it, and some just because I wanted to keep this concise as possible. But if you have any questions, or you think that this might be a good fit, and you think that you might be interested in booking a cruise with Virgin Voyages, just let me know. I'd love to help you out and give you more information. And I think that's it on this. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.